Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melissa and I'm a registered nurse. So in today's video, we're going to go over the differences between a master's degree in healthcare administration and a master's degree in nursing. I'm going to talk about what each of these degrees actually are, the amount of time it takes to complete each of these degrees, the cost of each degree program, and the requirements to enter into one of these degree programs. And then at the very end, I'm going to cover some potential jobs that you could get with each of these degrees, as well as the national average salaries for those jobs. So if you're interested in any particular portion of this video or want to skip over something, I went ahead and put chapters down below just to make it that much easier. So first I'm going to cover what a master's degree in healthcare administration is. So a master's degree in healthcare administration, often just referred to as an MHA for short, is a graduate level degree that prepares students for leadership roles in healthcare administration and for leadership roles within different healthcare organizations. So a lot of the focus in MHA programs are teaching students about different operational things within healthcare facilities. So you'll learn about finances and financial economics. You will learn about different organizational structures and hierarchy, business managing and budgeting, as well as just the day-to-day ins and out of how to either run a healthcare business or to manage a healthcare facility. The average amount of time that it takes to complete an MHA is 2 years if you're going to school full-time. It can take up to 4 years if you're going to school part-time, and there are more and more accelerated programs that are popping up that will allow you to complete this degree in as little as 12 months. Now, a master's degree in nursing, often just referred to as an MSN for short, is a post-licensure graduate level degree that allows registered nurses to advance in their careers by specializing in different areas of care. So an MSN is for people that already have their RN license, and on average it takes 2 years to complete an MSN program if you're going to school full-time. It can take longer if you're going to school part-time, which is an option, or it can take as little as 12 to 14 months if you are in an accelerated program. So now we're going to go over the requirements to enter into each of these degree programs. First, we're going to start with an MHA. So for the MHA, a bachelor's degree from an accredited university is a requirement for applying to get your MHA. However, your bachelor's degree does not necessarily need to be in a related field. Me, for example, my MHA is my second degree. My first degree had nothing to do with healthcare or healthcare administration or business. It was actually in communications and marketing. So your degree does not have to be related to an MHA program. However, if your bachelor's degree is unrelated, there are some schools that would require you to have some type of work experience in the field first. Another degree requirement is GPA. Some schools, not all, do require that you have a specific GPA in order to qualify to apply, many of which would be at least a 2.8 or a 3.0. Some schools also require that you have standardized test scores from the GRE or the GMAT. Again, not all schools have this. The school that I went to for my master's degree did not require standardized test scores. Another thing that many MHA programs do want you to have when you apply is a professional letter of recommendation along with a personal statement. And many schools are now requiring you to have some form of an interview, whether that is online over Zoom or in person. Now we're going to go over the requirements for an MSN program. So for MSN programs, you will be required to have an undergraduate degree in nursing from an accredited university. Now, the degree does not always have to be a bachelor's degree in nursing. There are more and more programs popping up in the United States called RN to MSN programs, I believe, where it's like a bridge where you can have an associate's degree in nursing and then apply to get your master's degree in nursing. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to talk about typical traditional MSN programs. So you would need a bachelor's degree in nursing from an accredited nursing program. In addition to that, you would need to have a current registered nursing license that is valid in the United States. Most MSN programs do have a GPA requirement from your undergraduate degree of at least a 3.0 to a 3.5. Some MSN programs, not many, but some do want you to have standardized test scores like the GRE or the GMAT. Although I have found that schools that require this are only requiring it for students, typically only requiring it for students that have not met that GPA requirement. So if you have not met that GPA requirement and you still want to apply to an MSN program, it is possible that you could still get in, but you might just need to take that extra step. Many MSN programs do require you to have at least 1 year of clinical nursing experience. And then just like most MHA programs, many MSN programs do also want their applicants to have at least a few professional letters of recommendation, a personal statement, and to undergo an interview, whether it is over Zoom or in person. Now I'm going to talk about potential jobs and professions that you could look into with each of these degrees. I'm going to go ahead and put the cost of each one right here next to me, and I do want to put a disclaimer. This is just the national average cost. So that means that there are places in the United States where each of these jobs are making significantly more, and there are places in the United States where each of these jobs are making significantly less. And I also want you to take into account that the size of each organization is going to play a role in how much they are able to pay each of their employees. So this is just a rough estimate based on the national average salary. So for MHA, or a Master's in Healthcare Administration, there is a hospital or health services administrator, which is of course a leadership role. There's a nursing home administrator, which is pretty much the person that oversees the day-to-day ins and outs of a nursing home. They're like the big boss within a nursing home facility. There is a director of HR at a healthcare facility. So this could be a dental office, this could be a nursing home, this could be a hospital, this could be a rehab center. There's so many different areas of healthcare that somebody can work as a director of HR. So the salary does vary greatly. There is a health information manager. And then last, there's a compliance or business operations director. So someone that sees the day-to-day ins and outs of a business. Now I have career opportunities for an MSN or a Master's in Nursing, and I have a nurse practitioner. There are different types of nurse practitioners. There are family nurse practitioner. I know that there's psych nurse practitioner. I think that there's like a general nurse practitioner. There's geriatrics. So there are a lot of different things that you can do with a nurse practitioner license. There's nurse educator or a professor. So there are college professors that teach in the classroom, and then there are also clinical instructors. Both would fall under the category of a nurse educator. There is a staff educator, so someone that works in a healthcare facility, whether that is a hospital or a nursing home or a rehab center, and they are responsible for educating staff on new policies, making sure that staff stays up to date on current policies and practices within the field. There's clinical supervisor. And then lastly, there is director of nursing. So there are directors of nursing in, again, nursing centers, hospitals, assisted livings. The salary does vary greatly, as well as the responsibilities for each. So this was just a quick video talking about the differences and comparing an MHA versus an MSN. If you guys are interested in any more videos like this or want to know about my personal experience, I am a registered nurse and I do not have my MSN. I actually have a master's degree in healthcare administration. I think that's a route that a lot of nurses, new nurses, are not aware that they can take. I think they either think that they need to go to NP school or get their MSN. The MHA actually is a really good option for nurses. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to comment down below or shoot me an email. If you are interested in healthcare and you want a graduate level degree but you're not a nurse, an MSN is not an option for you, but an MHA is a great option. So if you're curious about that, you can also contact me with questions. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.